try to run with Sanders. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
A 4-yard loss on the play. Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Tackle made.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Yetur Gross-Matos able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Prescott's pass.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just enough to get the 1st down there with a 1-yard pickup.
The 30-yard line. That's the
2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. He's going to look deep for more. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
intercepted.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Rashawn Gary in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he is all the way up past the 25. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Following the interception, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Number 87.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back at the back 7, phenomenal.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On play action, Wentz. Connection made with Chenault. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Steps away to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Wentz now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, it's Wentz. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 6 yards.
3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Goodwin able to haul it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Wentz going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off at the 48.
Prescott's pass intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Kickoff for Philadelphia.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give him.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. K'Lavon Chaisson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
First down, Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going to look deep for more. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's second and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. got you, punk.
To throw is Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Another run with Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 14-yard line.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to look deep for Watkins. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. He told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Panthers 10.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's the ball carrier.
Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
It's a second down run with Sanders. He's got a first down and then some in midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Will Parks. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Sanders toss left side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they just...
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a dump off here complete. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 83 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game.
Joey Slye.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. You're probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders.
Pass complete.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Wentz to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it into Watkins, and it's 3rd and 5.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A 51-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. To throw, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man, it's Scott. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the 2-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Wins to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Eagles, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Carolina, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road.